Well, a man led police on a bizarre chase when he calls 911 and said he needs help.
Well, it ended with a standoff in Atwater Village where the man holed himself up in a home for hours. He's now in a hospital at the request of his own family. And our Dave Lopez has been covering this story. He picks it up from here. Dave.
Well, Pat, it was a very strange story. You know, we cover a lot of high-speed chases. This one had a very unusual beginning with the driver actually making the call himself, 911, saying he needed help. And then it ended right here, right behind me, as he runs into the home, that blue home right over there where his 90-year-old mother lived, telling her that he was high on PCP, and then he promptly went to bed. Police didn't know what they were dealing with. They surrounded this house. It was like an armed fortress for a while, if you will. And then all of a sudden they decided there was no danger. They went home, and it was over. His family said, and the CHP confirmed it, the driver of this fleeing truck, 52-year-old Rigo Uribe, called 911 and said he was going to hurt himself and needed medication. But instead of pulling over for the CHP, the chase was on. And at some point during the chase, Uribe hit at least one car and then clipped this plumber's truck being driven by Harmonic Garrison. And then Garrison went after Uribe in a chase. He said later, his intention was to stop the high-speed chase.
If 1 out of 10 people in this world are willing, the United States will be a safe place.
The chase ended when Uribe drove to the home of his 90-year-old mother in Atwater Village. Police confirm he told his mother that, quote, he was high on PCP, and then he went to bed and fell asleep. Meanwhile, police surrounded the house, and for a time there was a standoff. And then police decided there was no crime because there was no danger. He didn't have a weapon. And Uribe was surrounded by family members. And so police left. His older brother described Rigo as, quote, a drug addict who has refused help from the family in the past. And he also expressed complete surprise that a stranger got involved in the chase and tried to stop it. In the LAPD's opinion of the plumber's involvement?
We do not condone anybody getting involved. The police, you've got the best trained police department in the world right here in Los Angeles, and you got to let us do our job.
Garrison was outside the house when the chase ended, and he was cooperating with police.
We may talk to him and ask him, hey, you know what, understand why you're going to be doing something like that? Don't think it's a good idea.
You actually tried to stop the chase? Is that what
Yes, yes.
Yeah, kind of dangerous, wasn't it?
Look, bro, just keep it safe.
About an hour after police left, family members said Uribe woke up, but he couldn't recall very much about what had happened. And the family members were also surprised that he wasn't booked on anything, and so they called up the CHP. The CHP said bring him over to our substation, which they did. That's where he was booked on 2 different counts, one a felony for evading police, the other one for hit and run, misdemeanor. And then the CHP had him checked into Huntington Memorial Hospital, where he is now undergoing a 72-hour watch for psychiatric care. The family says that's long overdue. Back to you in the studio.